Good afternoon, Aquarius and fellow cross watchers. Welcome to Inner Knowing Tarot Messages, or Inner Knowing Message Tarot, should I say? Welcome to this reading. Oh, I got a few around the wrong way, so I'll just put these back. Right, how are we? This is the reading now for the month of August. I can't believe it's over halfway now through the year, but here we are, guys. What I'd like you to do, take a slow, deep breath and allow yourself to arrive in this moment. If you found this reading, trust that there's a reason your inner knowing has guided you here today. This is a timeless reading. Whether you watch this today, next week, or months from now, know that these words find you at the right time. And this message has something here to tell you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and use your intuition, because your intuition will always know what's meant for you. Okay. So your intuition has probably been whispering a message or two to you for a while now. So I want you to remember that your intuition, it's your guide, it's your second brain. Okay, it tells you when something feels off or if something feels good, and whether you should pursue it or not, or whether you should believe someone or not. You can tell if someone's lying. If you really are in tune, you can tell if someone is trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I certainly can. My spidey senses are rearing and screaming at me if I know someone is lying. And I may not tell them, because I like to let people show their true colours, and then I make my own judgment. Right, let's get into the reading, shall we? Thank you all for being here. The first 3 minutes of this reading will be the short version. And if you would like to know the full in-depth reading of today for the month of August, please go to the video section where you'll find the full reading. And if you want to click the subscribe and like button, that would be fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. So we start off with a really good card. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay. There we go. So the Queen of Cups, now she's all about nurturing. It's about having mature, emotional energy about you. You don't have to actually be female. You can be male or have a masculine side to you. It's also about your security. It's about loving. It's about warmth, sensitivity, kindness, happiness. It's about your intuition, what's guiding you. It can be about romance, loyalty, faithfulness. You might also have a shyness to you. You could be easily wounded by people's words and actions, especially if they're not aligned and they don't show that loyalty. I can relate to that. It's also about, being a bit of a daydreamer. You might also have a bit of a psychic ability of yours. You just know things. I'm again like that. I am a Capricorn cusper, so I think this is why I cross over quite a lot with these readings, especially with Capricorn and the Aquarius read. But ultimately, it's about your inner knowing, your guidance. Now, I don't know about you. Did you feel a shift within the last week or so, roughly, from about last weekend? I feel like a different timeline has come along or changed, and I'm on this different timeline now. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it, but I feel things are changing for the better. Things are picking up. Let me know. Now we have then the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is about making investments. Now, it can be about your time as well as your money and your energy. This is all about you coming further into things, like coming into fruition with your hard work paying off. It's about harvesting the rewards, reaping the benefits from your rewards, the efforts that you've put in. You could also be pivoting into a different direction or into a business venture and something different, a different job. It's also about manifestation and about your ideas and goals. Now, have you decided to do something completely different, or you've set the bar differently, or raised the bar on something? Maybe you've hit a threshold on one thing, or you feel like you've come to where you can in a job situation and you feel like you need more. You want more to keep your, your mental noggin, your brain going basically. I can relate to that as well. I'm certainly looking for more. I want more out of life. I don't want to be where I currently am. I feel like I need to move on. So I get this bit of restlessness. Is that how you're feeling right now? Let me know. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is about you budgeting. It's about holding on to your money really tightly, because you can see he's actually standing on two out of the four of those pentacles, and he's holding on to one really tightly, and he's got one on his head because he's got money on the brain. So are you someone that, you like to really hold on to your finances, or are you somebody who's generous, or does it depend on the situation? Now, this can also be about, having issues, or maybe a little bit of a trust thing going on there, whether you've been done over by somebody in the past where they didn't show loyalty, or, you lent somebody money and they never gave it back. I've been there myself. It's hurtful, isn't it? Because you work hard for your money at the end of the day. And whether you inherited it or worked hard, it doesn't matter. It's your money, isn't it? And if you've had this agreement with someone, whether it's a friend or family member, you've lent them money and they still haven't paid you back, it gets a bit fraught in your feeling and energy towards them, because it would be nice now they could return that favor back to you and give you what was originally yours. But ultimately, true colors certainly are shown when people don't go by their word. There's always an excuse. And especially for those that really bug the life out of me, where they say they don't have money, but yet they can afford brand new designer clothes, holidays, brand new TVs, upgrading the car, but yet they say they don't have money to pay you back. And you start to question then, okay, in future, that's a big warning, red flag sign, and you certainly won't be doing that again. But you let me know if that resonates. And then we have the moon, card number 18. Now, this is all about like illusions. It's the things that we can't always see. Now, again, like I've mentioned before with my readings, when the moon is out, you do not physically see everything in front of you. Why? Because it's dark. You're only getting the moonlight that's shining down onto various things in front of you. Therefore, there could be a lot of things going on behind the scenes that you may not know about right now, but you will know eventually. Things will start to come in, I feel, around the September time. Mid-September is what's coming through to my mind right now. Let me know if that resonates with you. If you're waiting for a decision on something, an answer, have you just applied for a job? Are you waiting to go into a new university or study, or, relocation? Maybe you've applied for a visa. Maybe you're looking to emigrate. But I feel that this is all about you, again, trusting your intuition, your gut feeling. Like I said, it's about finding those people that show you the red flags and understanding where you stand with them, and now where they are going to stand with you. So I feel like this is going to be about your understanding of those that have been deceitful towards you. They've created this unease, and it's not nice. It's not nice being in that space. But it's also making you feel, right, okay, I get now why I'm feeling a little anxious around that person. I understand why I'm feeling a little bit fearful. But I also understand that better is to come. And what was I just saying? This card is about clarity. It says, take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. So that's exactly what I was picking up on when I was dealing with these cards. Now, I didn't know this card came out, so this is exactly what I'm picking up on. I can't say it more clearer than what I've already said. It's really about having the understanding and knowing about what you're feeling, the intuition, giving you that insight, that gut feeling. It may be about having a light bulb moment, that something has made you realize or opened your eyes to something that you didn't see before. And that is where that moon was, because with the moon, you don't always get to see everything. But with the light bulb, or having this sense of clarity, now you know. And now it's about, what are you going to do about it? Then we finish off here with 1515. This is the angel oracle number cards. Now, 1515 is about the big break. So this is about innovation, focus, creation, progress, forward movement, skills, and goals. It's about an opportunity, help, extra cash, or Other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun when performing your tasks. The most tremendous success comes from passion. All efforts will be rewarded big time. So, this is a time for you to focus on you, what matters to you, what's going to benefit you. You know, you might feel guilty that you're focusing on yourself for once, or you're having to make changes and move away from certain individuals, whether that's family or friends, so-called friends. But you've got to do what's right for you. You're living your life. This is your pathway. You can't be responsible for everyone else all the time. And the only way people are going to learn from things is actually by going through whatever it is they're going through. Nobody likes anyone to suffer. Nobody wants anyone to suffer. However, you've got to get them to learn the lesson. Otherwise, they're going to keep repeating the same cycle if you're forever picking up the pieces, lending them money, giving them a couch to sleep on all the time, which is great. But then you're not a doormat either, are you? They've got to then take action. They've got to then learn to deal with the situation, take the time to get back on their feet. Okay, it does take time, and I understand that because we're all up against it, with the way that the world's gone. But you can think outside the box, and maybe it's a case of taking up two jobs instead of one, and that could be of a temporary measure for yourself, just until they find the job they want, or the career they want, or the education they want to study and get into, and so on. But it's still about taking action. They've got to take that action and take responsibility. It's not for you to pick up the pieces. So for whoever needed to hear that, please trust that, okay? Now, like I say, trust your inner knowing. I hope this helps you. Your soul knows best, your inner guidance, your gut feeling, your intuition. So until next time, thank you all for being here. If you'd like to know the full reading, like I say, they're all in the video section on this channel. And if you haven't done so already, please could you hit the like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate your support for this channel. Thank you all for being here. I shall be back again soon. Take care all and stay blessed.